Good morning, good evening, whenever you're watching this, welcome. My name is Gaston, YouTube's favorite ginger, and I've just come back from a wonderful night out. I'm in such a good mood that I decided to, talk about things that really grind my gears, like Joe Rogan being a bad man who spreads misinformation, or the CDC finally coming out and saying things that I and Joe have been saying for months, or I don't know, parents indoctrinating children. So, if you're interested in any of those topics or other things that really grind my gears, stay tuned. Just before I was going to start making this video, I saw a tweet by Ethan Klein and I thought I had to shine a light on it. So, my friends, if you're not already following me on Twitter, come on, what are you waiting for? Join the party, Gaston the Ginger. It's fun. We talk about fun things. So, Ethan Klein is one of the biggest YouTubers. He's also one of the biggest idiots in the world. And he said this. Years ago, I interviewed Jordan Peterson. Before I was very familiar with his politics, he was an interesting guest who I enjoyed sitting with. But, especially now, I can see his dangerous gateway to alt-right, transphobia, and COVID misinformation. I removed both just as I was just as I was about to be Just as I was about to begin making this video, I saw a tweet by Ethan Klein that I had to shine a light on. But before we begin, my friends, follow me on Twitter, Gaston the Ginger. Look at these beautiful puppy pictures. What do you have to lose? Nothing. Very fun stuff. Follow me, Gaston the Ginger. And while you're at it, subscribe to the YouTube channel or don't. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you're here now. So Ethan Klein is one of the biggest YouTubers out there. He's also, a huge fool. He used to be cool. He used to be make fun of woke people. But now that he became rich and very popular and very mainstream, he's woke. So he tweeted this. Years ago, I interviewed Jordan Peterson before I was very familiar with his politics. He was an interesting guest who I enjoyed sitting with. But especially now, I can see his dangerous gateway to alt-right, transphobia, and COVID misinformation. I removed both interviews today because I'm a virtuous pussy. I added that part, but it doesn't matter. And this is such virtue signaling, and it's so wrong and it's so sad because Jordan Peterson is a gateway to alt-right. Jordan Peterson is a psychologist who just wants to help people. And let me show you this. This is one of Dr. Jordan Peterson's most recent tweet. If you want to know something about yourself, sit on your bed one night and say, what's one thing I'm doing wrong that I know I'm doing wrong, that I could fix, that I would fix? You meditate on that and you'll get an answer. It won't be one you want, but it'll be necessary. Does that sound like a white supremacist to you? Does that sound like a gateway to the alt-right? Or does that sound like someone who wants to help you and me and everybody better themselves? Because that's exactly what Jordan Peterson is doing. And I'm going to go see him live later this month, so I'm very excited about that. Anyway, we can begin with the video now. Ethan Klein, what a joke. So the wonderful ladies of The View said something that to me was, well, I expect it, but it's still shocking to hear them actually say it. So let's actually get some volume here. Let's enhance. Let's hear what they had to say.
Sarah, why do they call themselves Democrats when they refuse to do what the party leader wants them to do? They act like Republicans, yet they say they're Democrats.
And that's all we needed to hear. Why do they call themselves Democrats when they do what the party leader told them to do? Because they are elected by the people? Because they are not beholden to the party leader? Because this isn't communist China? But the wonderful ladies of The View, they're not very bright. And most, I'm a registered Democrat. I know most of my audience won't like that, but when I was in college, I registered to vote and I was an idiot. I voted for Hillary Clinton. Of course, I voted for Trump after I became politically awakened, I guess. Ben Shapiro showed me the light, I suppose. But these Democrats these days are fucking crazy. You gotta follow what the party leader says. Okay, Xi Jinping. Jesus Christ. Did I click on this? I did click on it. Jesus. Okay. So here we have A mother who indoctrinates her children and who accidentally got exposed on TikTok. Courtesy of Lives of TikTok. Check this out.
Serial killers like Ted Bundy.
Does your mom say you have to be LGBT? No, I think she's what I want to.
The fuck? Technical difficulties. I'm not able to fix the technical difficulties because I'm not good with technology. So I'm going to show you guys the video without my commentary, but just keep in mind what the kid is saying, how the mother is taken aback by his admission.
People that aren't like serial killers like Ted Bundy.
Does your mom say you have to be LGBT? No, I think she's what I want to be, but
Go ahead, Lex. Go ahead. Keep talking. Say what you're saying.
My mom doesn't matter if I am gay or lesbian or any of that. She doesn't care. All she cares about is that I'm a part of it. And if I'm not a part of it, she'll try to convince me to join it. Cause
What are you saying right now?
Facts.
That I would convince you to join what?
The LGBTQIA+ community.
Yeah, that's not a good look. That is indoctrination. Anyway, let's keep going with some wonderful news that definitely don't grind my gears. From the CDC. Finally admits what I've been saying for months.
The overwhelming number of deaths, over 75%, occurred in people who had at least 4 comorbidities.
All right, you heard it there. The overwhelming number of deaths from the virus occurred with people who had at least 4 comorbidities. 4 comorbidities. Not healthy people. Not even semi-healthy people. Just old/unhealthy people. 4 comorbidities. Unhealthy people. So thanks, CDC, for admitting something that I and Joe have been saying for months. But why do I keep bringing Joe up? Well, this is why. More than 270 medical experts call out Spotify, Joe Rogan, for spreading COVID-19 misinformation. In an open letter published on January 10, more than 270 medical experts called on Spotify, blah, blah, blah. We just read that. According to the Washington Post, Rogan, who has been on the line for spreading false information related to the COVID-19 in the past, has an exclusive deal with Spotify to publish his podcast, which has an audience of more than 11 million per episode. That's correct. Joe gets 11 million downloads per episode. What does CNN get prime time? 800,000. Joe has actually done it. He has broken through. I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful to have someone like Joe Rogan, who is immune to all this bullshit from the mainstream, who cannot be canceled, because even if Spotify closed down the deal, I would go and download wherever Joe is speaking. I would go and make sure I could download wherever it is and listen to it. And so will the other 11 million people. Thank you, Joe, for having Dr. Malone on. Thank you, Joe, for having all the guests you have on. I admire this guy. He has guests who I hate, like Avi Martin, who claims that Israeli soldiers love killing babies. It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking preposterous. But I admire Joe for having people from all sides, from all different disciplines of life. Experts, non-experts, comedians, jokesters, serious people. I've learned so much from Joe. He's opened my mind so much. So Joe, thank you. 270 medical experts, fuck off. These guys are idiots. The last story of the week that kind of, really grinded my gears is this. George Soros funded DAs. How George Soros funded progressive legal arsonist DAs behind the U.S. crime surge. Now, I've been talking about George Soros funding DAs for a while, but this recent one from New York really pissed me off. Where is it? Here we go. It's another article. My bad, boys. So as you can see here, Manhattan's new liberal district attorney sent a guidance to his staff this week saying he does not intend to prosecute several offenses, suggesting that decriminalization will help make us safer, which is what the progressives, funded by George Soros, always say. And we're going to get to the bottom of George Soros after we finish reading this article. Alvin Bragg, who was sworn in as Manhattan District Attorney on January 1st, sent a memo to his office saying decriminalization and non-prosecution of crimes including possession of marijuana, okay, turnstile jumping, meh, trespassing, not okay, resisting arrest, not okay, interfering with arrest and prostitution, not okay. But here's the most shocking of all. The guidance calls for downgrading felony charges in cases including armed robberies. This guy is decriminalizing, well, not decriminalizing, but lowering it from a felony to a misdemeanor, an armed robbery, as long as nobody got hurt. This piece of shit. And this is the article that I was showing you before, how George Soros funded DAs all across the country. I don't know why my computer's acting like this right now. Sorry, fellas. So we're going to stop using the computer now. My question is this, and I was talking about this with my brother. Why would George Soros, it's a fact that he's funding all these district attorneys. But why? What does he have to benefit from funding all these anarchists who create nothing but chaos? I don't know. I ask myself that question a lot. Is it that he wants to create chaos so then he can come help and shape society after him? I don't know. Really. If you guys know, please comment down below, because I've been asking myself this question for a long time. Why is George Soros doing what he's doing? Why is he funding all these district attorneys? Why does he want chaos in American streets? I wish I knew. But that's it. And that's for the first edition of What Really Grinds My Gears. Thank you for watching. I know that time is the most valuable resource we have, so thank you for joining me. Like if you like the video, subscribe if you want to. If you don't. See you next time.